No, and I've noticed up front some penalties have taken some runs off the board too, but pretty good blocking from this offensive line that Calgary and John Huffman will have to keep patching together. Harris did the heavy lifting at the end of that run, but had a nice hole at the beginning of it. Now under 5 minutes left here in the win quarter for Hamilton. First down Calgary. Up to their 40. And it is John Cornish. He gets tripped up behind the line of scrimmage. Gaston Nadal was there. But it's been a good night for John Cornish, and he is now 15th on the all-time list, passing Robert Drummond tonight and former Ticat great Troy Davis. And a former Calgary Stampeder is next up for John Cornish. Every time I see that list, I look at number 3. Yeah, it's pretty remarkable. Wow. Damon Allen, the quarterback, number 3 in the rushing list. Second and 11. Cats need a stop. And that one hops to the intended target, incomplete for McDaniel. And Hamilton finally gets the punt team on for Calgary. But under 4 minutes left. See the reaction from Dave Dickinson there, Chris, where clapping the fact that, okay, got the turnover, took some more time off the clock into the win, no problem, and put the punt team out there now that they're trying to keep it away from him. Got a touchdown earlier in this game. They need Banks to flip the field again. The hand hangs up, and it's out of bounds. That's an illegal punt, so it'll be good field position for the Ticats when the penalty is finally assessed. There go the flags. 24-yard punt, and it'll be a penalty after that. Our sack tally is brought to you by Purolator, tackling hunger, a promise we can all help deliver. We've only delivered one here tonight, sack by Derek Wigan, that gives Calgary a tie for second in the overall sack standings. Now his second on the season, and you know, it's a little bit surprising in that Calgary's going with a brand new tackle in Derek Dennis, and Joel Figueroa has moved from one side to the other. Only one sack tonight. There's Michael Ford kicking it to the right side. Good run by Ford. Down to the 37, a first down run. I also saw Figueroa get up limping in that last series where there was the fumble by Hamilton. But a good run by Ford to get it started. Now they want to score. 3 minutes to get it done with the wind at their back. But that left tackle pulling, and Joel Figueroa looks like he's moving okay. 7 carries, 35 yards for Ford. He had 6 for 35 in his best game in his first stint with the Cats against Winnipeg. First down, and back into his hands. First contact by Mayo, and Ford forward to the 33, has 5 more. Now I watched Figueroa on that play, and he looks a little awkward there, and not moving quite as well. I mean, one of the strengths of Joel Figueroa is his athletic ability for such a big man. Not bad there off the edge. Just his 3rd game start. He's missed 19 games in his 3-year stint with the Ticats. 2nd and 5. Quick hitter is knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Micah Johnson, did he get his hand on it? Junior Turner's had 4 knockdowns this year, but Johnson here. Again, the pressure off the edge by Freddie Bishop, and there's a nice vertical from the big man, Micah Johnson. Getting that 276-pound frame up in the air. So it's Medlock from 40 yards out. And he has missed. And they're going to bring it out. Sky Dawson with a good decision. And a flag comes down on a face mask, and he's still going. What a run by Sky Dawson, who might have been advised to stay in, but that's a terrific return of 64 yards for the newcomer. to the Stamp lineup with flags also on the play.
Nice 64-yard return here, and Matthew Gerard's going to tack it on with the penalty. The face mask right on the sideline.
Ball on the 50 for Calgary, but first, back to the sidelines. Here's Matthew Shinetti.
Chris, in the offseason, before Minnesota Vikings training camp started, I was down there to cover Adrian Peterson, but I also saw Jalil Carter. When I saw him, he said, listen, if the Vikings cut me, I might be done with football. He got cut, and then last week got a call from Orlando Steinauer, the defensive coordinator for the Hamilton Tiger Cats, and though Carter was thinking about offers from Edmonton and Toronto, Steinauer says, why are you waiting? Why aren't you playing football? Scott Milanovic with the Argonauts said, Jalil, if you come back, you might have to earn your spot. But Steinauer said, I know you're going to do the study. I know you're going to watch film. I know you want to play with me. Carter said that's all he needed to hear to come play for the Ticats. Guys.
Just signed this week, so not immediately into a starter's role. We have seen him in different defensive formations for Orlando Steinauer so far tonight. Just over a minute left in the third quarter. John Cornish, another good run on first down, and the Ticats have come away empty-handed for 14 minutes with the wind at their back in this critical quarter.
One thing Orlando Steinauer will have to do when it comes to Jalil Carter is balancing the Canadian ratio and how he wants to do that. Courtney Stephen, of course, Canadian. Craig Butler at safety. Got the injury to Adrian Tracy now, so Gaston Nadal moves up. We'll see maybe some more Jalil Carter.
Brian Moniz comes on, 2nd and 3. Carter, of course, part of the 2012 Grey Cup champions with Toronto under Steinauer. And it's Moniz, the keeper, and he gets cut down. But a first down. Simone Lawrence, the tackle on Bryant Moniz, who moves the chains.
Yeah, and Simone Lawrence doesn't make this hit, and it's a great redirect to get to it. If he doesn't make it, Moniz is still running. I mean, he slides to the hole there, scrapes in it, and then overruns it, comes back, and just clips him. Or else it's Moniz against the last guy back, which was Courtney Stephen.
Final play of the quarter. Calgary's come through it unscathed. See, they might even score points against the wind. Anthony Carter brought down on the hitch. Short gain, and we're through the third quarter. Great defense by the Stamps, and a critical takeaway in the score zone. Through 45 minutes at Tim Hortons Field, it's still a 1-point Calgary lead. Will have to be the only team to score points against the wind here tonight.
Yeah, and then take a look at the turnovers. That's been the story tonight, and that's what Kent Austin said coming out at halftime, that they had to hang on to the football. They haven't been able to do that. The Ticats 0-3 when they have more turnovers than the opponents. Calgary Stampeders 5-0 when they win the turnover battle.
And such a critical turnover by Matthews tonight. Down inside the 20-yard line. So he'll have to get it done against the wind. Right now it's Calgary football. Wind at their back and in scoring range to increase the lead. As they look at 2nd and 7 from the Ticat 36. Fumble the ball off the snap, and it's knocked down and almost intercepted. What's Brian Hall doing back there? The big defensive tackle.
The big man drops out from that D-line, and he gets up there. But you're right, Chris, and part of the issue here was that Bo Levi Mitchell, the snap, he has a problem with that shotgun snap. He puts it on the ground. Now he takes his eyes off coverage. He doesn't realize that the defensive tackle in Brian Hall has dropped out of there, and when he drops out of there, he almost has the pick and a one-hander.
There's Rennie Paredes, and 43 yards out. That one is blocked. And the Ticats end up with the football and come away without giving up a point. Simone Lawrence celebrating from his backside. Let's see if that energizes the home team.
Mishandled snap that looked like by Drew Tate, the holder. timing is off. Fumbled, hits his knee. Now he does get it around, but you could see the hesitation from Paredes, and that was all it took.
Was that Brian Hall up the middle? Set another look.
The kick crossed the line of scrimmage. We have no yards. Calgary, a 5-yard will be added to the end of the run. First down.
What a series for Brian Hall. And the penalty for no yards moves it to the 41.
What a push on a double team by Brian Hall.
So still just a 1-point game. Matthews to throw. Open man. Tasker's got it. And Luke Tasker's got a first down at midfield. Brought down by Brandon McDonald.
A throw that could give Jeff Matthews some confidence into this wind, because he knifed it on this out to put it on Luke Tasker. Again, change motion where the receivers are basically switching positions. Inside ends up out, outside it. Well, they don't on that one, and then he runs the out, and it's right on him.
7th quarterback to have his CFL debut start this year. First timers are 2 and 4. The wins by Cato and Franklin. Sickfield caught it, but lost his footing, and that will be a loss of yards, about 3, back at the 51.
You know, I'm seeing a more deliberate throwing action from Jeff Matthews. Going back to the fundamentals, whether it's into the wind or with it, that he's just, that one he took the right steps. A little heat on it to cut it through the wind again, and Sinkfield just had problems with it afterwards. 12 of 19 now.
Three-man rush. Second and long. They're waiting on the screen. Well read. Micah Johnson brings down Michael Ford. And Calgary was in the Ticat huddle on that play.
Couple of defensive tackles stepping up and making a difference. Brian Hall for the Hamilton Tiger Cats, and now it's Micah Johnson. And he's working on a double team, but reads it. A little film study, I'm sure, helped him on that play.
Medlock line drive, and Dawson lets it hit the ground. Picks it up and is tackled at the 43. There'll be a no yards penalty on the play. 27-yard boot. Gold Levi Mitchell with a 1-point lead here in the 4th.
Half is Eric Rogers. Brian Hall's getting his teammates pumped up. He's been making plays, back-to-back plays in the last series, and almost unstoppable blocking the field goal. See if he can get in the kitchen of number 19.
Guy with the Super Bowl ring from the Baltimore Ravens. A pass over the middle, and Brandon Stewart with a quick stop to completion for Eric Rogers. Just a 4-yard gain for the league leader. 2nd and 6.
Yeah, I got the feeling that it was a little quiet for Rogers, the leading receiver in the CFL, that Dave Dickinson would try and design a couple of plays here in this 4th to get it to number 80, get him involved.
3 catches against Winnipeg for 80 last week, his lowest catch total of the season. 2nd and 6. Pressure on, and the ball is Anthony Parker with the catch and a first down to the 40-yard line. Quick hitter from Mitchell to Parker.
Well, it's a nice play call and design where Parker starts out and is in this formation blocking many times, but this time he shoots out the right side. Once the linebacker and Eric Harris had blitzed up the field, perfect timing on that call from Dave Dickinson.
First down at the 40, fake the corners, throw inside, and a nice defensive play there by Emmanuel Davis.
Well, that's a good matchup. Bo Levi Mitchell gesturing towards the official that maybe Emmanuel Davis twisted Eric Rogers a little bit on this play. Thought it was a good defensive knockdown. And he leads the team in that category as well. Yeah,
leads the league in interceptions, leads the Ticats in knockdowns, 8 coming in. Arm was around, and there is a challenge coming from the Stampeder bench.
Calgary is challenging the previous ruling on the field of an incomplete pass. They believe a DPI occurred on the play. The play will be reviewed.
Now, a couple of things here. DPI, defensive pass interference, which is the only interference challengeable right now. Offensive is not. And when I talked to Glenn Johnson, head of officiating, before the season about that very similar play, whether it's a curl route or an in route like that from Eric Rogers, if Emmanuel Davis has his hand on the hip or on his back, it's okay as long as he doesn't twist the receiver. So that's the question as to whether or not Eric Rogers was twisted and Emmanuel Davis tried to gain position by twisting him with that right hand. If it's just riding on his back.
After review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. It is an incomplete pass. Second down.
So just out of the Glenn Johnson handbook.
Yeah, I didn't see Eric Rogers twisted and Emmanuel Davis gaining any type of position. So a good knockdown goes in the books for Davis. Boy, he's having a great year.
Is he ever? Not just about picks. Crowd gets loud on 2nd and 10. And over the backfield, John Cornish, look out! Cornish with a first down, and he is dropped at the 23-yard line. Another big conversion for the Stamps. Greg Butler puts a stop to the play, but Cornish has 17.
Taylor Reed, the middle linebacker here, is going to get back real deep to try and help on any deep crossing route. So he's going to drop way out of there. Now he recognizes the throw to Cornish. You can see him spying 9 out of the backfield, but that cut just as Cornish caught the ball, and Taylor Reed lost his angle.
5 for 53 as a receiver in the game. Here's Mitchell, and there's the 6th catch by Cornish. Brandon Stewart takes him down near the line of scrimmage. Cornish came in with only 11 catches, and he's got a half dozen here tonight.
Yeah, timing was off on that play, though, Chris, and it allowed the Ticats defensively to rally. Brandon Stewart came up and cut him down. 16 touches for 72 yards rushing, 54 through the air. 126 yards of offense from Cornish.
Good night of work. 2nd and almost the full 10. And that pass falls incomplete. Looked like tipped. Parker had it bounce off the shoulder pads, and it falls harmlessly to the turf.
Interesting move from Justin Hickman there as he drops out and then just reads the receiver and the target here. He's right at the top of your screen here. Watch him drop out and have his back to the throw. And then just reading Anthony Parker, he actually got hit in the head.
So Hall has made a play by dropping out from defensive tackle. Now Hickman. Last time Paredes lined up, the field goal is blocked. Team gets this one down, and Paredes puts it through. First points of the 2nd half, and it's now a 4-point Calgary lead. Could have been worse, but there's defensive end Justin Hickman is a defensive back. The NCAA football season continues tomorrow. 3 games on TSN. Action gets underway with Texas taking on TCU, 12 noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific on TSN 1.
Trivia question. What former Hamilton Tiger Cat quarterback went to TCU?
A guy who might be watching tonight, eating popcorn. Casey Printer, Sky Dawson, is a TCU alum in the game tonight. There's a catch by Bakari Grant, comes back to help out his quarterback and has an 11-yard catch.
It's exactly what he did, Chris. He came back to help his quarterback, comes up the field, but then comes back, and it's the extra 3 steps on his way back towards Jeff Matthews that wins him the catch here.
front of Jamar Wall. First game for Grant since August 9th. Just his 7th game on the year. First down, motion to the left side. That's where Michael Ford's running. And Josh Bell, the safety, comes up to make first contact at the 49.
Pretty good pursuit right there to the football. And gang tackling. Michael Ford tries the left side. Keon Raymond turns him in, and that's the key to run stop often, is when you can get that first flash of the opposite color jersey to turn the running back into the pursuit lanes.
9th carry, 44 yards for Ford. 2nd and 6 for the Cats. Matthews steps up, flag comes down, throws complete, and there's some room here, and it's Ford.